My inspiration to start this organization is quite a journey. In 2015, around October, is when I learned about the Flint Water Crisis.
There were changes that needed to be made immediately, and I remember starting out with Young Gifted and Green just as a volunteer. So I started with helping out with passing out water and collections of bottled water, and over time, it was like, okay, as you saw other organizations come in and out the city, offer their help and support, Young Gifted and Green remained in the area and never left. They've been here the entire 10 years.
But a big piece of that is having the infrastructure to grow. And that is where you see, our program expand to have more local community members participate, and being really clear about what the goals are in different cities.
We have not only impacted 180,000 lives, but creating partnerships with over 160 community partners and still establishing them today.
We have to figure out ways to really get people to understand this sooner than later. So being able to tap into people who can help you do the research, who can help you to do the outreach, to talk to constituents and see where they're at, has been a jewel for me, because there's just so much to do, and being able to have support in that space.
So a lot of the work that we're doing for ourselves. Whenever, if we decide to come back, if that's what some people believe, then we are also working for ourselves. And what kind of future do we want to come back to? And also the future that we want for our grandchildren that we've never met before.
I would say one of the most rewarding aspects of doing this work is being able to work with youth, being able to see our young people, for example, being able to go and speak before like the Supreme Court. It's powerful that our young people feel inspired, but then also we focus on building the capacity of our young people to be able to go in spaces where oftentimes it's not very inviting.
I saw faces that looked like mine, and I got to learn about the history of environmental justice that Black and brown people across the country have been fighting for years, for the preservation and restoration of their communities. I think it's extremely important to get adequate resources that are essential to their life, and never being afraid to do something because someone told you that you were too young.
I think we made a really great dent in that intersection, from providing recommendations to the Biden-Harris administration for their Maternal Health Act, as well as collaborating with members of Congress and providing recommendations for the Momnibus Act. We educate and work with doulas and birth workers on educating them on the impacts of lead poisoning and prevention on birthing people, as well as their children.
Supporting Young Gifted and Green means that we will be able to maintain a legacy of really uplifting young people in this work. Having a nonprofit organization is challenging, especially being a Black woman-led organization. And I think like supporting, whether that be with treasure or with time, to Young Gifted and Green will truly set the foundation for legacy building.
There's so many ways to get involved, and that's what's really powerful about Young Gifted and Green, opening those doors to make this an accessible movement for all.
And so to be able to see that leadership development is so key and critical, because I have friends who are the children of organizers, and they are now organizers. And they became organizers because of what they learned as young people, engaging in community development and continuing to grow on that.
Having the courage to get out of your comfort zone, to speak before adults, to speak before people that have been doing things for generations, and adding your own opinion because it is valuable.
And even if you're not going to be in leadership, but just being connected to helps, because now you got some more information, you got some more research, you got some more people in your area that can help inform you in other things that you do.
I feel like as long as I am always willing to learn, being young is always there, because I'm not willing to be complacent. I'm always willing to see change and to learn some additional information so that I can help change happen. There's a place for everyone, and we have a purpose, and our purpose is to make things better for tomorrow, not just with environmental changes, but with advocating for others and making sure that nobody gets left behind.